Okay. Hmm. Huh. That's cool. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Halo empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Always feeling some kind of way. Plus, I'm meditating. I don't really feel when I meditate. It's kind of absence of feeling when I meditate state. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day wherever you are, whatever time of day it is for you. Hope Hope you're having more positive experiences than negative experiences, and that those collectively add up to more positive days than negative days. And then I just hope you had a good day. So, people's, I was thinking about it today. I was like, I never really looked up human trafficking, the definition of it. Hi, Beanie. So, Margie, I try not to piss off Tuck Margie. I know, Benny, you're a good old boy. So today I went ahead and I looked it up. Because I never really, okay, yeah, okay, it's, what do they do? What is it? Is that the people that help people across the border? What is it? And it's the trade of humans for the purpose of forced labor, sexual labor, slavery, or commercial sexual exploitation. I was like, oh, dude, homeboy opened up the borders. Dude, that dude has been into human trafficking for like 47 years because it's existed that long and it's been this huge facet. You know, it's been $1.5 billion industry for who knows how long. So it's going to exist because people make money off of it. And why not have the people that make the rules that don't follow the rules? Why not have that? You know, of course, why wouldn't they be a part of it, you know? And oh boy, open up the borders. That is allowing all these people to come in, and then they're not going to have places to go, and a lot of them are going to turn to these trades that it's not good for kids, man. People don't see it like that. They're not seeing it like that. All they're seeing is they're mad because like people come over across the border and they get more money than they have. You know, somebody else has something more than they don't. But I see a bigger problem here. Anyway, so what is going in the world today? What day is it? Oh, Zach predicted a while back, a week or so, like, all right, okay, here comes the big shooting. Here comes the shooting, and on 3/22 because it's the Skull and Bones Day. Every month there's the day that adds up to whatever the numbers, and then that's the Skull and Bones. Every month has them, and he's named them off for the whole year. He got a bullhorn. Look out! He's gonna be speaking truth on a bullhorn starting tomorrow if he gets his tripod. Anyway, he and there is a shooting today in Boulder, Colorado. Yep. It's just they people have a lot of freaking time and resources and energy and money to make things happen. because they can. They live by the numbers and die by the numbers, you know. And the whoever did it, whoever is the shooter, their name probably adds up to 56 or has something to do with that, you know. Or whatever Jesuits are. They're all connected. People are figuring it out. People are getting a broader scope. Somebody sent me this pillow some years back. It says, I am quirky. And no, there's no entity that can make my tag, which is except for Austin's, they did it. Austin's embroiderer, but it's been done. But like out of this, they can't do question mark, exclamation point. They can't do it with sharing the same dot. So we didn't get any snow today. Day 1 of 3, we're supposed to get crappy weather. The mountains got the snow. I got a couple cool pictures of like freaking buckets of snow coming down in the mountains, which is good for the skiers. Guess a lot of people around here like to ski. And it was never my bag. I wanted to for a little while when I grew up in Northern California, but it just never panned out. Now, there's all the other things I should be doing besides skiing. I would like to go for a ride on the ski lifts, though, and take pictures and stuff like that. That would be cool for me. I think that would be a lot of fun for me, actually. So, people's storylines are playing out crazy. Crazy! Let's see. Sometimes, this is how I look at the news. I just put in, news, go. News. And then I just read a couple of headlines. Zach already did it. Talk about how they're brought back the Boston bomber. It's just all of this stuff has been made up. You know, staged. Bells and whistles. And yeah, people actually get hurt from it too, but it's just like the means that they do it are lies. It's just all stories. It's Hollywood everywhere, and then the media. When I was trying to figure out took me forever. I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. I keep taking pictures of stuff, but ain't nobody wants to pay me for anything that I take pictures of. I just always give it to them, you know. But, I guess they don't see the value in what I have to offer. Whatever. I was thinking about that today, about how fast, hold on, let me think. Benny, what were we talking about earlier today, Benny? That Margie Benny said people losing their shit, Margie. They really are, Benny. People are losing their buckets. Oh, Benny's being cute. Look at this. Benny, Peaky Benny. Peaky Benny, Margie. Peaky Benny over Margie. I don't even need this blanket. I don't even know why I have this blanket on. How you doing, Benno? You have a good day? Every day's a good day with the Benny. I had a dream last night that he was being a freaking... Because he can be a brat, dude. Benny can be a freaking turbo brat. Because he's smart, and he's strong, and he's capable of a lot of things, and a lot of his ideas of things that he wants to do are ideas of things that I don't want him to do. Huh, Benno? That's how I decided that he needed to just stay with me, is 2 times he went to go live with other people to try it out. I was his foster. And the first time I get a call, the lady's like frantic. It's like, you gotta come and get him. I can't get him off the kitchen table. I hear him in the background, just weird kid repeat, just harp, harp, bark, 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 at the top of his lungs. And I was like, alright, I'll be right there. And I'm like, what are you doing? I get like, what are you doing, man? They're nice enough. He's like, no, dude, I didn't want to stay there. Alright. So, anyway, Things going on in the world today. Holy heck. Dude, I remember it was like, when I was a little girl, I thought about procedures, and it wasn't any fun because there were so many policies. That's what my idea, my thinking was, right? So I'm like, I don't want to do that. Doesn't seem like fun at all. All it is like it's a freaking club. Everything's a club. It's a club, and they freaking get to do all the cool shit, man. I saw all these pictures today of these scientists, these freaking rich white dudes that freaking have whatever authority given by whomever to go up to the volcano to get the best pictures, man. Can anybody just go up there? I hope anybody can just go up there. Enter at your own risk, go up and check out the volcano in Iceland that's erupting. That's pretty cool. I'm waiting for them to start popping up here in the U.S. All the stuff that they keep talking about that's supposed to happen, I keep waiting for this stuff to happen. I mean, it's happened never. I know it's gonna. Soon enough. It ain't my time. It's all divine. I got a lot of people. It's not like it's gonna be, it's all this great stuff that's gonna come from it. But I'm excited for it nonetheless. All these earth changes, freaking Australia, the flooding in Australia. Holy heck. Again, the words they keep using, unprecedented, unprecedented. They keep saying things like, the locals. And it's weird, because I always followed because I still know people in the military, so it's like, I follow where they go. It's like, actually they go and then stuff happens there, I've noticed. People that I know. I'm like, why are they deploying to, years ago, I'm like, why are they going to what's the presence in Australia? What's the bit? And then all of a sudden there's a few years later, there's all these fires there. Now there's all these floods. It's all real estate. It's all real estate. We're just the pawns, man. You gotta get in good. You gotta get in good with somebody on the right side of something, or otherwise things might get real difficult for you. Everybody's shifting. Everybody's moving. A lot of people are moving right now. Shifting. They have been for years, and there's certain times, a couple times a year, but now it's just a lot of people are feeling that there's reaching a climatic conclusion, how things have been, and it's going to be weird to transition to how things are going to be. Things are getting weird. I am really excited about how they're trying to merge consciousness with freaking physical and electronic. I ain't all jazzed about that. And people are. See, that's the thing. Is people are so gung-ho about all the crap that I ain't into, all the robotics and stuff like that. Dude, in a heartbeat, dudes would freaking trade freaking women in for a robot. In a heartbeat. A lot of them would. I think a lot of women would too. If it had the right parts. People don't want to engage. People don't want to act like people. So, of course, there's this shift of consciousness where people are going to start acting more artificial. Who's real? What's real? Look around. I look at people on my social media, and people are I don't know, evidently they're coming into enough freaking money that they can freaking put some bullshit on their face like freaking plastic surgery. It ain't pretty, it ain't cute. I ain't never seen a woman or a man that has gotten plastic surgery that is man, wow, you look way dirt, man. And when people start messing with stuff and having surgery all over the place, and then you got the ones that are I don't want to be this sex, whatever I was born. I'm just gonna be a different one. God don't make shit, and people keep messing with stuff, man. It ain't cool. And who benefits? Who profits from that? Who profits from surgery? From people wanting to change who they are? Who profits from that? Well, why can't we make a society where people are okay with what they are just the way they are? I saw something on Twitter once. It was the best one I ever saw about that. It's It's like you couldn't accept yourself as you were, but then you want to change and want the whole world to accept you then? That's rich. That's funny. I thought that was a good one. You know? People, you get good. If you get comfy and good with who you are, doesn't create this need, doesn't create this lack. The world would be a much better, different place if there wasn't so much lack created. People's just basic needs were just, they wouldn't care so much. A lot of people got lazy. I've never been a lazy person. I got to recharge my batteries. So yeah, I guess I could say like yeah, but I don't not do things just because I don't feel like it. I still got gumption or something in me to say get up and go do it. You lazy ass. No, I don't want to is not a reason for me to not do anything in life ever. Must be the Marge in me. These guys keep me pretty busy too. Mom does too. But we did not get snow here today. And I don't know what it is doing. I didn't even look at my phone hardly today. I just kind of freaking zoned out today. It's kind of I did go check. Oh! I got a really cool... That's something I got. I went to the mail and I got a cool medicine bag. I should go get that. Because that's 2 of them I got. 1 or 2. Been in mind your own business. You're so handsome. I like the noise this one makes. Mom and I are just going to share them. Can't decide on what is what. Bloop. Leo's on the bottom of them. And then this is the one that came today. It came from an estate sale in Atlanta. But it's pretty cool, man. Thank you. I love that my Earth Angels, people that like watch my stories, they like to send me loot. I like to get loot. And my birthday's coming up, so this is just all birthday loot as far as I'm concerned. But me and Mom are going to share it. Oh, Mom. That happened today. But I kind of meditated, and then I came out, and I thought it was going to be like 12:30, and I look at the clock, and it was 2 o'clock, and I was like, Mom, you want lunch? And she just wanted a piece of toast, and then I was like, okay. Well, I took up Luna, and mail has been so weird here. That's why it's cool that those came, because I feel like I've been finally dropped back into a timeline. Like there's a lot of times that I feel like I'm just kind of in limbo, and I just kind of flop back and forth through timelines, and I don't really land any place where there are a lot of people. And it's like, when I do all the things to be a part of the systems that the systems need to create to make themselves, I don't know, and then those systems fail, then I'm like, why the frick do I bother to do my part? And that a big part of that has been mail as of late. The whole mail thing is just like, it's like, I don't care if it's a UPS, it's like, do your freaking jobs, man. People don't want to get paid to do what they're supposed to do. And I've worked in a lot of places where I didn't get paid a lot, but my jobs were big. And it's just like, you came on, I mean, the circumstance you come on, there's no weekends, there's no, inclement weather. You still move hundreds of people after a 10-inch snowstorm, and and or when I say move hundreds of people, I'm thinking in terms of their workstations, their computers, I've worked in all these places where it didn't matter. Sorry, Benno. It didn't matter what time it was. It didn't matter what season it was. You have a job to do. You just do it, and you don't complain about it. And customer service is not what it was just before all this crap, man. People just, because it's like, I think they figured that if you call them that you have to, and people are just turning away business. They're just turning away business. Everybody is just using that right to refuse service, and it's just like, how can so many people afford to do that? Anyway. Supposedly, slowly but surely, things are going to start opening up here and there. I'm like, why are so many... Dude, of all the people that are law breakers and frickin' stuff like that, why is it that is the rule? This is the rule that they're following. Why? It doesn't make sense to me. It's crazy. It doesn't make sense. And then I was just like, when I was trying to it's like, they study the psychology to do the things that people do to sell, because it's all about money. And it's just like, that has oozed out into everything to a point that it's just this really 4D Earth. Fourth dimension. See, I look at 3D as where it's just like, okay, this is how it is, but 4D is where all the veil starts to slip. That people start saying, oh, it's a little bit seedier, it's a little bit darker, it's a little bit more creepy than they're letting on, But you gotta absolve all that 4D stuff before you can get to 5D. People don't start admitting the character defects of what they already are. It's one thing I try to do here is try to talk about the frickin' how I struggle as a human being every day. And how hard it is for me every single day to just watch. To watch frickin' people just comply. Just comply. Just do things, because there's just every day, every time I see somebody, like this, walking down, it's just, I look at them and I see them jumping off a bridge. I just see them jumping off a bridge. They've all jumped up, That old adage, if somebody told you to jump off a bridge, yeah, everybody's just jumping off a bridge. And it's hard to watch, because I thought that I thought human beings were freaking, I thought they were better than that. And they're really not. Human beings are really not that imaginative. I think most people like to be told what to do. I don't think people like to think for themselves. I really don't. I think they benefit more from just being led and controlled. It seems like it has to be that way, because otherwise so many people wouldn't allow themselves to be freaking controlled. Right? I never land on any one ideology. I'm not like, okay, this is how things are. I'm adamant. This is, because people are always given data and information that it's like, okay, I might collectively have been presented with all this data up until this point to give me this line of thinking. And then I see something and I follow an anthole of study, and then it opens me up into something I haven't seen before. Well, you know what? It teeters me a little bit, changes my thinking. One thing that doesn't change is you don't harm people. And I believe in God. You don't hurt people and harm people for frickin' special powers and gain. You don't go out chasing sensations. There ain't no human being that is less important than any property, any denomination of money. People are chasing all that stuff, you know. They buy up all the property, and then people can't afford to live in these places that they want exuberant amounts of money for them to live in. So they go live in tents, and it's happening more and more all the time. Shouldn't be that way. Not to mention the bad karma. Anyway. I had notes, I think. I wrote something down earlier. Anyway. I think that's about all I got. I just wanted to be in the spirit of continuity. Zach was doing a live a little while ago. He started a second one. Maybe he's still alive. This is kind of a blasé today. Except for the medicine bag. That was the highlight of my day. Up until that part. Percent of the population. So when I think about, that's what I was going to talk about, and then I'll wrap up on that. Percentage of the population. We're all a percentage of the population. We're all a demographic. We're all a stat, you know. It's how many, and then I look at people in the spectrum of their life of how broad that is. How broad are people really? They don't have really broad spectrum, because a lot of people like that live in towns, you know, in a lot of places a lot of people have never really been any place outside those towns. You know, it's the people in the big cities around that are in it, or when they do, like I grew up in Reading, and I still see people, it's like their vacation spots are Las Vegas. Well, hell, look at all the people that freaking vacation from, I mean, it's like, I guess it's a percentage of the population that just like to vacation in Vegas, because people in Omaha, it's like people every year, every 6 months, they go to Las Vegas. And then one time I went to Las Vegas, and I'm like, why is this? Why? But it's whatever they're into, you know? I mean, and when I went to Las Vegas, there were people everywhere. Like, there were people all over the place. It was summer, it was hot. This was just a few years ago. About 6 years ago. It was like 110, it was sweltery hot. And we were doing the Colorado River rafting trip for my 40th birthday that year. And I was just tripping out, because I was just like, why would people travel from all over the world come here to like push their young toddlers around in buggies and stuff like that, you know? And just like, I don't get it. And I like going to shows and stuff like that. I just don't get it. But there's plenty of people do. But that's the percentage of the population of people that have that heart space that I don't have. And I think a lot. I think about a lot of different percentage of the population, like percentage of the population that would never even consider to think to even that wouldn't even consider Zach, and thinking about Zach is his channel is the Gematria Effect Sports 21. He started a new channel that he hasn't started posting yet until it hits 1,000. Then he can do lives, and that Signs Matter. And I can't remember, Zach on the Street Corner or something like that. But anyway, this he verifies his stats every single day. You know? And then I look at this stuff that people spend their time looking at, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get how this earth is going to change based on the slow trajectory of people not changing already. You know, I'm just like, oh, dude, we're screwed if it comes to people's free will that are going to make this place better. Because mostly people just want to freaking sit back and, I don't know, wait for some external sources to make their lives good. It's weird. It's all so interesting, though. So I have my percentage of the population. There aren't a lot of people that have started out. I don't need to get into that right now, but anyway, I'm not saying they don't exist. I just saying that I don't meet up with a lot of them, you know, that are willing to be so vocal and outward with all of their life stuff, because most people are private. I'm like, dude, what's to be private for? Isn't that how you find human connections with other people with common denominators? Isn't that how you're supposed to relate to people? It's like, oh, I haven't had that happen, but I've had something like this happen, but I bet it feels the same, stuff like that. So there's plenty of people that haven't had to go along with freaking this awful stuff that happens, and then just being kind of cast out and disregarded by everybody else, because everybody else can't imagine that things like that happen in life. It's kind of dumb, but oh well, what are you gonna do?